In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college football games happening on September 10, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Indiana State versus Purdue. The Indiana State Sycamores and the Purdue Boilermakers meet in Week 2 college football action from Ross-Ades Stadium on Saturday afternoon. The Indiana State Sycamores will be out to build on a 17-14 overtime win over North Alabama from their season opener. Gavin Screws threw for 141 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions on 16 of 30 passing, while T. Hodge had a team-high 78 rushing yards, while Justin Dinka added 65 rushing yards of his own in the win. Kevin Barnett led the Sycamores with 5 catches for 38 yards, while Dinka and Dajon Collins each had 30-plus receiving yards. Tice Farrell also added a touchdown grab as well in the win. Rylan Cole also chipped in a pair of interceptions in the winning effort for the Sycamores. The Purdue Boilermakers will be looking to rebound after a 35-31 loss to Penn State last time out. Aiden O'Connell has thrown for 356 yards and a touchdown on 50% passing, while King Doru has a team-high 57 rushing yards and a pair of touchdowns. Charlie Jones leads Purdue's receiving corps with 12 catches for 153 yards and a touchdown, while Mershawn Rice has 59 receiving yards and TJ Sheffield and Payne Durham each have 40-plus receiving yards so far this season. On defense, Chris Jefferson has a team-high 7 total tackles and an interception, while Scotty Humpich has a sack as well for the Boilermakers defense. The Purdue Boilermakers lost their opener to the Penn State Nittany Lions by a score of 35-31. Seeing that this was a Big Ten game, it already puts them behind in that regard, but they will have a great chance to bounce back in Week 2 against the Indiana State Sycamores. Despite losing to Penn State, Purdue was best last week when they were throwing the football. Quarterback Adrian O'Connell threw for 356 yards with 1 touchdown and did not throw an interception. He was, however, just 29 for 58, so his accuracy was a bit lacking, which should improve this week against what will likely be a much softer defense. The Indiana State Sycamores, on the other hand, won their Week 1 game, but it came against the North Alabama Lions. They beat them 17-14, but needed overtime, which does not offer much confidence heading into this contest. The Sycamores mustered just 276 total yards of offense as well in Week 1, so now facing a Big Ten opponent should cause them plenty of problems. Both of these teams might be from the state of Indiana, but this is not a rivalry game. Indiana State, being an FCS school, puts them at a severe disadvantage, and the offense for the Sycamores struggled to produce much of anything against the Lions, therefore making the Boilermakers' explosive passing offense worth backing in this one. So Purdue to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The total is also a toss-up because Purdue is likely to do majority of the scoring, but can their defense play better than they did against Penn State? The short answer is yes, because the Sycamores' offense offered very little against the Lions last week. If Indiana State can only score 17 points against North Alabama, they are likely in for a long afternoon and might not even find the end zone once, let alone twice. Their quarterback, Gavin Screws, threw for 141 yards on just 16 completions and had 1 touchdown with 2 interceptions. Their leading rusher, T. Hodge, had 78 yards on the ground, but carried the ball 20 times and averaged just 3.9 yards per carry. Expect a much more efficient game from the Purdue defense, as they will likely control this game from the start and keep Indiana State's offense guessing all game long. Because this is such a one-sided game, backing the under is the way to go. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Akron versus Michigan State. The Akron Zips and the Michigan State Spartans meet Saturday in college football action from Spartan Stadium. Akron is fresh off a 7-point victory over St. Francis PA in their season opener. As for Michigan State, they played Western Michigan in Week 1. During that matchup, the Spartans managed a 22-point win. The struggles for Michigan State were real against Western Michigan. The first game always provides some mistakes, especially when the game was in prime time on a Friday night. Western Michigan is arguably a better team than Akron and should finish higher than the Zips in the MSC. The Spartans will be all over Akron throughout the game, especially with Windman, who should wreak havoc on Akron's rush game. I'm expecting the Spartans to control the clock much better than they did against Western Michigan in Week 1. Their ground game will be too much for the Zips to handle, and Akron's run defense already struggled in the opener. I just don't believe that Akron will be able to stay in range for long here. So the Michigan State Spartans to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Joe Moorhead prefers an up-tempo offense, so the Zips should be able to score a couple of touchdowns against the Spartans, who are yielding 25 points per game in 2021. Michigan State's physicality should make the difference, but holding the visitors below a 10-point mark will be a tall task. On the other side, the Spartans will torture the Zips on the ground. Michigan State should easily hit a 40-point mark, so I'm going with the over on the totals. The total has gone over in 8 of the Zips' previous 9 road games played on Saturday. Also, the over is 4-1 in the Spartans' last 5 showings on Saturday. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Portland State versus Washington. The Portland State Vikings and the Washington Huskies meet in Week 2 college football action from Husky Stadium on Saturday afternoon. The Washington Huskies will try to build on their 45-20 win over Kent State in their last game. Michael Penix Jr. has thrown for 345 yards and 4 touchdowns on 66.7% passing, while Wayne Talapapa leads Washington with 57 rushing yards and a touchdown. Jalen McMillan has a team-high 87 receiving yards and a pair of touchdowns, while Rome Odens has a team-high 7 catches for 84 yards, and Taj Davis has 72 receiving yards as well this season. On defense, Alphonso Tuputala leads the Huskies with 8 total tackles, while Asad Turner has a pair of interceptions and Braylon Trice has a sack. The Portland State Vikings will be looking to rebound from a narrow 21-17 loss to San Jose State last time out. Dante Chasher threw for 270 yards on 24 of 37 passing with 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, while also rushing for a team-high 83 yards. Though Kelly had a team-high 9 catches for 133 yards and a score, and Nate Bennett had 76 receiving yards, while McLean Griffin added a touchdown reception as well. On defense, Anthony Adams had a team-high 10 total tackles, all solo tackles, while Tyrese Shakir had a team-high 3 sacks as part of Portland State's 7 sacks as a team in the loss. So the Portland State Vikings to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.